Falsely accused of domestic violence? What you do next changes everything.
Being accused of domestic violence can be overwhelming, bringing fear, uncertainty, and serious legal consequences. In California, domestic violence is defined under Penal Code Section 273.5 as the intentional infliction of physical harm on an intimate partner. This includes current or former spouses, domestic partners, cohabitants, individuals in past or present romantic relationships, and co-parents. To secure a conviction, the prosecution must prove that the harm was willfully inflicted, resulted in a traumatic condition, and was not an act of self-defense. These cases can be charged as either misdemeanors, punishable by up to 1 year in jail, or felonies, which can lead to years in state prison, especially when aggravating factors like great bodily injury are involved. Beyond incarceration, consequences may include protective orders, mandatory counseling, fines, and probation. After an arrest, the accused will appear in court, where charges are presented and a plea is entered. The legal process then moves to pretrial hearings, negotiations, and, if necessary, trial. Navigating these charges requires a strong legal defense. We are here to advocate for your rights, challenge the evidence against you, and work toward the best possible outcome for your case. There are several defenses against domestic violence charges, and strategizing with your attorney will help determine which, if any, may be the best defense to mount. Some of those defenses include self-defense, maintaining that you acted to protect yourself. For self-defense to apply, the following must be true. You must have a reasonable belief that you're in danger. There was an immediate threat, and the danger was imminent, meaning it was happening at that moment, not a future or past threat. And your reaction must have been a proportional response, meaning that the amount of force used must have been reasonable and necessary to stop the perceived threat. Self-defense typically applies in a domestic violence case. If the alleged victim was attacking you and you used reasonable force to protect yourself, if you were trapped or unable to escape, forcing you to defend yourself, or if there were witnesses or evidence, such as bruises, scratches, or surveillance footage, showing that you were defending yourself rather than initiating the violence. Another defense is that the allegations are false. Here we would argue that the accusations against you are completely untrue, whether due to mistaken claims, exaggerations, or intentional lies. In domestic violence cases, false accusations happen more often than people think, sometimes out of anger, revenge, or to gain an advantage in divorce or child custody disputes. We see this occur in relationship conflicts where a heated argument escalates, leading one partner to falsely accuse the other. Divorce and child custody battles where a spouse may claim abuse to gain leverage in custody disputes. And even instances where a former partner may make up accusations out of anger or a desire to punish the accused due to revenge or jealousy. Lack of injury is another common defense. Under PC 273.5, a traumatic condition must be a physical injury, even if minor, caused by direct application of force, that is more than just emotional distress or pain. So if the prosecution cannot prove an actual injury, the defendant may have the charges dismissed or reduced to a lesser offense like domestic battery, which does not require injury but carries lighter penalties. Finally, accidental injury can be a successful defense as well. To mount this defense, we must argue that the harm was unintentional. The key here is that the injury occurred accidentally, without deliberate force or aggression. The action that led to the injury wasn't reckless or careless enough to be considered a crime, and there's a reasonable explanation for the accident showing that the injury was unintentional. Oftentimes we see this in cases where someone tripped or fell, causing unintentional contact, or where someone was engaging in defensive movements. Since these charges carry serious consequences, legal representation is crucial. If you are facing domestic violence allegations, don't go through this alone. Call now for a consultation. Like and share this video and then subscribe for more legal tips and updates. Remember, what you do next could change everything. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Don't forget to like and share this video, and for more legal insights, keep watching and subscribe to our channel.